So yeah, because I want to save my time. So yeah, third position, Charles Leclerc, who got another podium. Great performance from Charles Leclerc. He defended against Max Verstappen very, very good. And yes, in Spa, I mean, except the first lap, you cannot overtake. You cannot overtake. I mean, except the first lap or the first lap of the restart, because that's what happened in the fifth lap when Oscar went past Lando Norris. Leclerc defended, even if Spa is not an easy track to overtake. You have to say Leclerc defended amazingly well for Max Verstappen for like 40 plus laps. He defended well, and I mean Max was always on Leclerc for like the point the difference between them was like a second all the time, all the time, all the time. Like Verstappen was constantly on Leclerc, and Leclerc trying to defend from Verstappen. I mean, it's not easy. Well, it's not easy at all. But Leclerc defended fantastically well, and you know, drivers like Leclerc, they show that they know how to defend against Verstappen. You know, Verstappen is a good, is an amazing driver who can make overtakes and can cause nightmares for other drivers like Piastri a couple of times, Norris a couple of times, but Leclerc he knows what Verstappen can do, and he has experience in his battles in the past with the Verstappen, as you clearly can see. But Leclerc defended fantastically well, and you have to give him lots of credit. I mean, especially driving that Ferrari car. I mean, I have to say Leclerc is a very good driver, and I have to say he's a driver that deserves a better car. To give him a better chance of winning championship. Because listen, I would like to see Leclerc driving for a top team, a better team that has a better car than Ferrari, because Ferrari, like, except maybe the first half of 2022, where you could say maybe Leclerc was made also some mistakes. He always gives his best. He always like on it, and he doesn't make too many mistakes. And Leclerc, like he had a very good performance, defended very well, and that's another. I mean, he now has the same number of podiums as Verstappen and George Russell, considering how poor Ferrari at the start of the season was. So you have to give a lot of credit to Leclerc that he defended fantastically well, and it was a very very good performance for him. So well done to Leclerc. Fourth position Verstappen, who was obviously quite frustrated after the race, and I can understand why. Fifth position George Russell. Sixth position Alex Albon. Alex Albon had a fantastic performance. Lewis Hamilton again showed why he still has that racecraft. Went from the pit lane start, where he had to start from the pit lane. I don't know why, but I think from what I heard, it's because they had they changed their power units. Yeah, okay. So that was the key reason, but he managed to recover to finish P7, and he went for the medium tire strategy, which clearly worked at the end for him, for Lewis Hamilton. So he showed that he still has that racecraft in him, and he can make strategy calls right by himself, like he did it in the Miami Sprint. If you remember, like, listen, he got that P3 not because of Ferrari's brilliance, because of Lewis Hamilton's strategy choice. And Lewis Hamilton, you can clearly see he's so experienced in this kind of things, and he did it fantastically well. You know, again, great performance for him in terms of racecraft. You know, from the pit lane start to P7, so very good performance again, once again from Lewis Hamilton. He just needs to fix his qualifying a bit, and if he fixes his qualifying, he should be good also in the racecraft, because he shows that he still has that racecraft in him. He can do really well in terms of races and in terms of pace, but he needs to do also in the qualifying. He needs to fix it. If he fixes it, then he can be back up there at the top. Liam Lawson had a very good performance as well, finishing 8th. Very good performance for him. Bortoletto, fantastic performance from him, you know, getting Q3 yesterday and finishing 9th position. Pierre Gasly with a point as well, so good point for Gasly and Alpine, considering they've had a couple of struggles this season. And yeah, are there any disappointment teams? Let's have a look. I think some teams like disappointed. I expected a better from Haas, especially from this weekend, because they look really good in the sprint, in to some extent qualifying. They look good in practice, and but they didn't do. But in the race, and the qualifying yesterday, to some extent, they really disappointed me. Um, well, I expected better from them because they had some very, very good pace. Aston Martin were very terrible, were absolutely terrible, by the way, absolutely shocking. Sonoda, I also expected better from him because I think he was starting P7, but because of the strategy and almost the tire choice, clearly didn't help Sonoda. So, like I said, Aston Martin were very poor, and that's it. Very good win for Oscar Piastri, another 1-2 for McLaren, and obviously the constructors' championship is done and dusted. It's McLaren's championship to lose by far. But in terms of the drivers' championship, the gap is 16 points clear between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. And like I said, Lando Norris has to win the next race because he cannot let Oscar close the gap by the summer break comes, by the way, and the gap is like 23, 25 points. He cannot do that. So Lando Norris has to win the next race. And it's a track as well that he will be seeking to get revenge, because if you remember, obviously what happened last year with the team orders and all that kind of stuff. So Lando Norris will be for sure will be fired up to try to get revenge and try to win against Oscar Piastri. And that's it. And then you look at the same top 10. Ocon and Hulkenberg still in the top 10. Albon had a very good performance. He's only 9 points behind Antonelli, by the way. So Albon could be above a Mercedes come next week. So very good performance from Albon. And that's it. I wish you have a nice day, guys. See you next time, and see you on Thursday, should be, and have a nice day. Goodbye.